This is the story of how one family's tragedy crossed paths with one very embarrassing trip to the emergency room, resulting in the unlikeliest of friendships. This is the Kamin family, and on October 25th, 2024, their father, Steve, unexpectedly passed away from a heart attack at the tragic age of just 53. As his wife, Robin, and their 3 kids, Lily, Jenna, and Michael, rushed to Greenwich Hospital, desperately hoping to maybe see him one last time, I was heading to the same emergency room, with a rash on my skin in a place that, let's just say, is the last place on your body that you want a rash. I go to the emergency room, and as I'm going back to the waiting room, I see this family walk in. They are all bleary-eyed and, like, crying. This kid looks over at me, and he's, like, literally crying, and he's like, holy shit, it's KFC. No! And I'm like, no! Oh, my God. And his sister turns around, she goes, oh, my God, it's the Barstool guy. We were just talking about you. Hi, nice to meet you. Our dad just died. With a dark, like, humorous, like, chuckle, but, like, heartfelt and crying, and her brother goes, what the fuck was that? And she goes, Dad loved Barstool. Like, he would have liked that. That was a funny moment. Now, there's probably about 20 or 30 feet between us. So I just get up and I go over to the girl who said that, and I just give her a hug. He was like, we were just talking about you guys and Barstool. Like, he was a die-hard fan. She goes, like, he would have loved, like, to meet you. And then someone else goes, like, I would take a picture and send it to him, but he's dead. Oh, my God. And I was like, I love this family, man. That's not where the story ended, though, as the Kamin family invited me to sit Shiva with them and celebrate the life of their father, Steve. Whether or not they originally expected me to go, I had no choice in the matter. I had to show up to that service. I had to finish the story. And what unfolded at that Shiva was one of the most unbelievable moments in my career and life. The reaction I received from Steve's friends and family was nothing short of amazing. Truly, genuinely, the biggest, most wholesome, heartwarming welcome I've ever received anywhere I've ever gone. Everyone kept telling me that I was a mensch, and that I was doing a mitzvah. But the real truth of the matter is, it was just a good old-fashioned Irish wake, but with a Jewish family. A simple act of kindness that I hoped would help these people to get through the worst curveball life can throw your way. From there, the Kamin family and I hit it off. Some good old-fashioned dark humor in the face of unimaginable grief. As a classically trained Irish Catholic, I understood the language that they were speaking.
The most, hilarious, self-deprecating, sarcastic, witty, brilliant person. And, he lost his parents at a younger age when he was in his teens and 20s. So as a grieving mechanism, I think, for his family, it kind of came together, as this is how they deal with serious topics sometimes, is to make more of a joke of it. And I think we're all just trying our best, as hard as we're grieving, to carry on his legacy.
In the most bizarre and awkward fashion, it felt like it was fate that my path would cross with the Kamin family. The fact that Steve was a true blue, real deal, diehard Barstool fan, and I happened to waddle into that ER at the exact moment on that tragic day, it just felt like a bittersweet twist of fate that was meant to happen for some reason.
What you said, the nature of your being in the hospital is what makes the story even greater. Like, when I sent you that DM, like, thank you for, like, the hug, thank you for whatever. Hope your dick and balls are feeling better, by the way. But, like... That's
what I knew. I was like, all right, we're going to get along.
Yeah. But, oh my God, my dad is hysterically laughing right now, and we know that for sure. And just being here and talking about him, and, this legacy will live on through the foundation, through this podcast, through us. And yeah, he loved sports. He loved coaching. He loved being a father. He loved being a husband. Like, everyone probably says this about their dad, but there was no one like my dad. Like, truly, truly, truly. And I would trade this amazing experience just for one more hug from him more than anything. But he's laughing and he's proud and he loves you too. And
yes, he really does.
He's sitting here with us somewhere right now.
He was like all three of our coaches for every youth soccer, everything but soccer. Everything but soccer, basketball. I mean, so
we are raising money for the Steve Kamin Foundation, and we have a GoFundMe set up, which we can give the information for, and we will be donating 100% of the proceeds to disadvantaged youth sports to get them all to play. And my dad would have loved that. There was nothing he loved more than coaching. He loved coaching his kids, but he also loved coaching other kids too.
He was amazing. All he wanted to do was coach, be involved, and just helping people out. So I think that we were debating, do we do heart disease, do we do whatever? It was like he didn't have a heart disease. He just kind of had a heart attack out of nowhere. So we decided this is the way to go, and this is what he would have liked.
But I just wanted to give you some love because, I mean, these are great kids.
They are my rock, and they're my world, and they're going to keep me going as always. And just as much as we can joke, and, Steve was one hell of a guy. He truly was the best person out there.
I never had the pleasure of meeting Steve Kamin, but in some weird way, I feel compelled to look out for Lily, Jenna, and Michael for him. And out of such grief and despair, I believe a lifelong bond was born. Rest in peace, Steve. I'll keep an eye on your family and keep them laughing. I know that's what you would have done.